Welcome, everybody. This is Dominic with Breakthrough Sessions. Hopefully, you are rolling into the end of this week feeling like you've accomplished a lot. And today is all about making you better, making an impact, and hitting home on something that you can implement into your life today and start to create change. The question is this: what do you do in your life when you get knocked down? Because how you react will either set you up for success or it will set you up for failure. Here is what I propose. I have three life pivoting points that you can follow when you are faced with that moment where you're not sure if you can get up or not. And the first thing when you get knocked down that you need to do is you need to be willing to take uncomfortable action. That is right. And many times in our life, when we fall, we stay down, we soak, we cry, we look for someone to pick us up, we look for people to hand us things, give me a handout, help me out, feel sorry about me. That won't cut it. Life pivoting is all about changing course. How do you navigate through those tough times? The times when someone pushes you down to the ground, what you have to do is take uncomfortable action, jump back up, get to the next point, get to the next place quicker, faster, to let that person know they haven't defeated you. So, that first key, taking uncomfortable action, is important. The second thing, when you find that you have fallen and you're not sure if you can get back up, you have to start thinking about the things that you can do in that moment that create the most value. That's right. In life, when we get knocked down, we don't stay there and pout about it. Instead, we get up and we learn from that situation. How did we fall? What made us go down? And we start to say, okay, if I fell because I didn't have enough weight on me, then obviously I'm going to get in the gym and I'm going to work out a little bit more. If I fail because I was uncoordinated, then obviously I'm signing myself up for a yoga session or something that can help me so that I can actually be better prepared the next time around. You get the point. In life, if you're trying to grow as a professional and you didn't get the job, you didn't get the promotion that you were looking for, then maybe it's going back to the board and it's learning new skills. It's reading about the things that you could do to develop yourself. It's getting involved with people who already have the type of success that you might be going after. But if you don't get that promotion and you soak, nothing will happen for you. You'll always be that person that feels bad, that wants to give in, that wants to give up, and that won't work. And the third and final thing that you need to do to accomplish getting back up when you've fallen really hard in your life, this is life pivoting key essentials, three key essentials to a life pivoting moment. The third and final thing is to be dedicated. We all talk a very good game, and that's easy, easy for us to do when we haven't faced anything in our lives. That's easy for us to do when we never had an elbow scratch, when we never had our knees hurting, aching, and pain, when we've never had to put a band-aid on because there's actual blood showing, because we have some scars to go with that life that we claim that we want to be, where we want to be, when we want to be it. So that's it. It's the dedication. It's that ability to be able to say that I know that this didn't work out for me. I know that this isn't right. I know that this is wrong. It's messed up. And I can go on and on and on. But how dedicated are you going to be about getting yourself prepared and ready to build on what you've been through, to make whatever you've been through count? So life pivoting is all about understanding. If I am in life and I'm standing flat footed and I pivot with both feet planted into the ground, there is no way that I can be prepared for whatever is coming from behind, from whatever is coming from the side, and I can just get totally knocked out. The key to life pivoting is to actually learn how to have one foot planted firmly in the ground and the other foot giving you the ability to navigate through, to dip a shoulder, to move, to throw elbows if you need to get gritty with it. It is actually more beneficial for you in your life if you can learn how to be able to pivot and do things in a way that allows you to have this 360 mentality. So now I can take the fight to anyone who tries to approach me. Life is the same way. You can get hit or knocked down on any given day. Someone can take your power away from you just because of the words that they say to you. You know that feeling. You've been there. It's already happened. But these three life pivoting keys to getting up when you've fallen hard is what can change your life. Again, you have to be willing to know what to do when you've fallen. Do, do the unthinkable things. Don't be afraid to take uncomfortable action. Take uncomfortable action the minute that you get knocked down and find a way to get yourself back up. The second thing is you must focus on what's going to add the most value. What is that in your life? This applies to anything, relationships. This applies to your job. This applies to your family life. This applies to anything that you're faced with in your life. The ability to find out how you create the most value so you never get put in that situation again. It's not a reoccurring theme. No one else will be able to knock you down because you will understand how to pivot in your life. You'll understand who to go around. You'll understand how to move and maneuver. You'll understand how to build the heart up with inside of you, the mind. You'll be prepared. You'll be ready to take on the challenges. And that third and final thing is being dedicated, because maybe you will eventually roll out on the high horse. But if it happens to you again in your life, what you have to be able to do is stay dedicated and know that each and any time someone tries to take me down or something takes me down or it doesn't go my way or it doesn't work out, I've already dedicated myself to being the best version of me. And no one's going to rob me of that. No situation's going to rob me of that. Not a loss of my job, not a loss of a spouse, not a loss of a relationship, not a loss of a friend, not a loss of a close family member that I used to hang out with all the time, but now we've become disconnected. None of that is going to be able to have an effect on me in a way that keeps me sitting down, that keeps me still, that defeats me, that takes away from my ability to continue to grow my life. So when I talk about life pivoting, this is a time for you to change in your life. You can choose to stand still and keep both feet firmly planted in the ground and be in the days about the past, about what 2020 wasn't. Or you can focus on 2021 and you can decide to apply for every and any job that you see. You could decide to grow your skills by reading books, connecting with new people, building new relationships, asking someone the questions that you were afraid to ask a year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. But you have to start thinking about what can you do to get better. And if you're standing with both feet planted firmly in the ground, when you go down, people that have both feet planted in the ground tend to stay down. But those people that are able to pivot in life, they're able to pick themselves back up quickly. They're able to pick themselves back up and take action. They're able to pick themselves back up and learn what it was that sent them to the campus and make the adjustments and be prepared for whatever comes up next. This is Dominic. I am always excited to make an impact in your life. Breakthrough Sessions is about taking you from where you are now to where you can go, to building this mindset, to having a sense of belief within yourself that anything is possible. You deserve every day if you're willing to work for it. Have a good one. Like, share, comment, subscribe. This is a great life lesson. How will you pivot in your life?